Hi, good afternoon. This is what is being done today. Pineapple, and then the most controversial fruit I have ever handled. इसका नाम क्या exactly बताओ मेरे को. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending which part of the country, which part of the world are you from. Hi, Sunday afternoon, how's it going? Today is Tang-zi. It's not Tang-ji, it's Tang-zi. तो क्यों थोड़ा syllable change करने से क्या हो जाता है? You remember the story of Shringanavir? आज वो स्टोरी नहीं है. आज I've got something fascinating to tell you about bees. Okay, but first, if you're here, please come and say hi. So I know that you've joined the live stream. You should know this. Bees can reverse their age. अभी recently पता चला है. अभी पता चला कि, in fact, let me tell you something really wild. All right. Have you wondered bees come and go? We don't know how they come, where they come from, where they go. They oscillate. Bees oscillate. In that isolation, they're able to transfer their mass across planes. While I'm hearing it sounds so stupid, right? They're able to move between realms. And that's why when they bring back that pran, which is that honey, that is the honey that doesn't spoil. The bacteria on this realm doesn't want to eat it. Honey bees are amazing. There is a whole new set of science that is coming up that is realizing and recognizing that we have not known much about them. But hey, what we do know about it, so this is the second controversy which we don't know anything about. Iska naam kya hai? Is this a tangerine? Is this a mandarin? I don't know what this is, but this is a yummy fruit, and today's salad is going to have a lot of that. So there will be three things: pineapple, controversial, and a kiwi. So there will be a lot of sourness, okay? Because there is a lot of sourness, I'll balance it with some sweet. What is the sweet? We'll add kakvi, we'll add raisins, we'll have to have chili. So I've got some chili which I plucked from the rooftop. Look at this. Just see this. Can you see this? Beautiful, no? I know. Anywho, if you're here, please come say hi. So I know that you've joined the live stream and we can then chat. Otherwise, I will get started to start chop. Basically, क्या करेंगे? I've got to chop everything, put it into the bowl and put it into the freezer. Then I will make the vinaigrette. That will allow me to vinaigrette में एक और चीज जाएगी. Basil. Yes. Basil has a taste similar to tulsi, but it is not like tulsi. Yeah. So don't assume that it is like tulsi. It has no similarity. In fact, it's quite far away from being a tulsi. So anywho, so this is what's going on now. Let's get started with the first. So first fruit is pineapple. Apple that grows on pines. Isn't that true? So I will just get the pineapple. See, this का जो core है ना, that's the one which I don't want to use. So I'm being a little chingus. The word is chingus. Chingus means miser. Yeah. So this is the core which I don't want to put into the salad. Even though it's quite soft, but let's see. It's fibrous. It doesn't do well in a salad. Ah. I'll eat it sideways. Extra. So hi, if you've joined in, please just come say hi so I know you've joined the live stream. Otherwise, today's story is about bees. The birds and the bees. I've got some fascinating stories. When I was in school, all of this was not told to us. We were not taught all this. And I don't think it was the teachers. It was not like they didn't want to teach us. The other day, I was thinking about our engineering syllabus. What I have studied in my 4 years of electronics engineering. And I used to always bitch that my dad has wasted his money. But I'll tell you something, the courseware is actually very good. Yeah. It is they have made the courseware after a lot of thought. It's not that they have just put some things together and asking children to learn. There is some sense to the madness. Anyway, so let's get back to this. This is the toughest job today. So I have stories for you which I want to share with you. What I'll first want to tell you is that what we are finding, what science is 2025, 2024, some 25, 26 new bees, new species of bees were found. Just stay with me. I'll tell you some fascinating stuff. In 2025, in this year alone, some 30 new species of bees have been found. And you do remember the time when they were saying that bees have become extinct, right? Another second part of the story. You will notice bees arrive, come and go. They just appear out of nowhere and they disappear nowhere. Have you noticed this? So science has been trying to study how bees work for a long time. But for some reason or the other, we have just not been able to understand their patterns. Couple of things that you must have heard of. Their 8-figure dance. Do you know that the figure 8 that they do? Okay, let me start from the basics. Okay, what's basically happening at the bee stage? Let's say you're born, you're a bee, you're an egg. You will become a larva in about 3 days. Okay, you are basically an egg. You don't know anything right now, just stay with me. You're an egg. Now you will become a larva in 3 days. Now the larva has two options. It will be a male larva or a female larva. Alright. Now this female larva has become female because it was fertilized by a male. We'll keep this male in mind, alright? This fellow is important because he will die. He will be thrown away from the hive. Wait, it gets even darker and more sinister. Just follow along. Alright, so that's, you are an egg. Now after 3 days, you will become a larva. You're blind, you can't move, you will be fed. There will be nursing. They're not mothers, they are males and females. They both will be feeding you. Okay, what are they feeding you? What are they feeding you? Yes, they are feeding you stuff that they have regurgitated from one animal, one bee to the other. It's called trophallaxis. A lot of animals do it. Penguins do it for their children because that food that they will give their children, they contain certain enzymes which will allow the child to survive the winter. I don't know if humans do it or not. Birds do it. All the birds do it. But in bees, this funny thing is that they share this, bring it back to the hive, share it, and then put it into this larva stage. So you have popped from the egg, now you're eating their vomit. You don't know these people. Okay? It's going good. You're growing fast. Okay? Very soon, within a couple of days, you will become a pupa. It's called a pupa. P-U-P-A. Now you are ready to start flexing what you have. So in about 21 days, you will be ready with your pupa. The pupa is ready in 21. Right? In 21 days, you have grown yourself into a pupa stage. You're still not recognizable as an adult. You can move, but you can't fly. There's nothing you can do. And then for about 5 to 6 weeks, you will take to become an adult bee. The moment you become adult, you will get to your work. Now here is where it gets very exciting. Let's say if you were born a male, they're called drones. One of two things will happen. You'll become a forager. So bees have shown personalities. Some of them are risk takers. So they'll go straight out of the hive foraging. Some of them are indoors, just like children. Some children outdoors, some children indoors. Bees are like this. Hey man, what's up? Hi Brian. I was hoping you'd join in today, bro. Fascinating stuff about bees. So today, first, let me tell you, today's the salad is Tang-zi. Tang-zi. Yeah, it's a lot of tang, this controversial fruit, which I still don't know the name of. A lot of this is going in. Some basil from my rooftop, fresh basil, from some chilies, pineapple, and a kiwi. That's it. So it's going to be sari. The fruit is sari, and the salad is going to be sari. But what's going to be not sari is going to be some fascinating stuff about bees. Okay. So I was just starting off. Let me start off the story again. Imagine you are a bee egg. Yeah, role playing. You're the egg. Okay. You don't know what's going on. You can't make out anything. You have no idea what's happening. You have just popped. Within 3 days, you will become a larva. Right. You will stay a larva for 9 days. About 7 to 9 days. You can't eat. You can't move. Nothing you can do. You're going to be fed. There will be males and females in the hive who will be feeding you in this larva stage. Stay with me. This gets very sinister. Now, yeah, so you're enjoying your food. You're chilling out. You couldn't care less. But in 21 days, you will pop and become a pupa. Now you've got arms, legs. You're moving around. Okay, but you still can't fly. You can't take care of yourself. But you're being fed. It's all going good. For 5 to 6 weeks, this drama goes on. And then you become the adult. Now wait, gender plays a role here. So you could either be a male or you could be a female, right? If you are a male, what decides you're male or female, at least what we know so far, is the fertilization of the eggs. The eggs that get fertilized, now this is important, who's that boy, who's that male? You got to keep an eye out on him because he's going to be ousted from the hive. In all probability, he will die. It's a male who has the chance to impregnate the female, and this fellow will have to give up his life for it. That's the way they work. It gets so cool. Listen to the whole thing. Now, in 5 to 6 weeks, you're an adult male bee, and you will get started. Now, these bees demonstrate personalities like children. Some of them are outward extroverts, they're risk takers, and some are like children, they're indoors, they're quiet, shy, timid. Bees are like this. So some of them will just jump out of the hive straight out, go out for their foraging adventures. They've gone out to look for flowers and to look for nectar. They're just going to fly about. This is what we know so far. They will just do foraging, and when they will come back, they will start to do this funny 8-shaped dance. If you don't know about this, have a look at some wonderful YouTube documentaries. Otherwise, just watch a beehive. Well, I will suggest don't, because if they see you as a threat, and if the queen does, she will launch an attack on you. And you know how she does that? She does that through pheromones. She secretes concoctions, a deadly concoction of smells that gets these males all activated, and they will sacrifice themselves to kill you. They want to protect the bee. That's actually the theory. That's the story. They're all her children, right? You were her child. You just didn't get fertilized. That's why you continued as a male. Dispensable. In nature, all males are dispensable. I know, harsh. That's how it is. Now, so this is an interesting thing what's happened. You have decided, your role has started. Now you're foraging, you go forage, you come back and you do this funny 8-shaped dance. What they found, some German scientists and American scientists, what they found was this 8-shaped thing that they're doing has an orientation. In a 360-degree clock, they tend to move in a particular direction. It's pointing somewhere. I'm sorry about that. I don't even know if you can hear it. Some loud bikes. Now this is pointing somewhere. Where is it pointing? Come on, you can take that guess. These guys share their food. They eat, vomit into the other guy's mouth. The other guy flies, vomits into the next guy's mouth. Don't be offended, it's called honey. That is what is honey. And here's something which is blowing my mind right now. I recently came to know that there is a reason why we don't know where bees come from and where they go. Because they can just disappear into another realm. They oscillate. This is a scientific fact. Their brains, they have an oscillation going on, and they seem to spike together as a colony, as a hive. All of them, all of their brains, they've got something like 1 million neurons. Bee brains are fascinating. No, I'm not making this up. This is all 2025. They found some crazy new varieties of bees Let me finish what's happening. So they just disappear. So apparently they oscillate themselves into new realms. And that's how they, when they come back and they travel back, they are carrying with them pran. Pran is life. It's a Sanskrit word called life. That pran is what is honey. So the bacteria of this realm doesn't eat it. Are you following what I'm saying? I'm sure you are. Bees, engineering bees, they are remarkable. Their memory, they have spatial recognition equal to humans. Yes, and they use it, lose it. You've heard this phrase, if you don't use it, you lose it, your brain. That's not true. They, when they're in the foraging job profile, they'll come back to the hive and they'll be given a job to, let's say, nurse the next set of larvae, which was one of them were you. Their brains grow back. They reverse in age. They start demonstrating, no, it's not just a biological behavior, it is a chemical concoction. Their brain goes through a complete new, I can't even begin to tell you, it's sesame sized brain, man. So bees are fascinating that way. That's just the start of it. They can actually reverse their neural damage because of this, because they get damaged in 2-3 weeks of foraging. Their brains just totally take a beating, and these are mostly males. So the female, here's something which we still don't know what happens to the females for sure. They'll either stay, and if they stay, they will fight with their mama, with their mother, and they'll probably kill her, or they will be killed. Yeah, the females will end up with a fight, and otherwise they'll fly away and they'll start their own nest, hive. What we still, and that's the reason why we don't know where they go and come, how they just disappear and how they just appear. They're able to manifest their body physically because they're able to oscillate internally. It's all about the vibration that they have. We humans also have it, we've just lost it. That's all. We've become science bhakts. We believe that the atom has the answer. We've not seen it, we've not experienced it, we don't even know if it exists or not. In all probability, it doesn't, because it's 99.9% empty space after all. It's just a model. Niels Bohr wanted the world to understand how it works. We just latched onto it, lapped onto it. Nobody said no. In 100 years, look where we've come. Anyways, let's not get there. Science, the days of science are now limited. It's unfortunate, but it brought itself down. That's what happens to almost everything. The bees are a confirmation of this bias, because for the longest time they've been trying to study bees since forever, but they're still like the mango. They're trying to make a plant that will give you mango 3-4 times a year. Ain't gonna happen. That plant just refuses to follow any bio laws or mimic. You can't fool it. Yeah, you can fool it, but then it'll give you some crappy fruit that tastes like garbage, like sawdust. True stuff. They did this with tomatoes. They succeeded with tomatoes to some extent. They're called cherry tomatoes. But that's a completely different line of fruit now. It's not the same tomato. As you can see, they've compromised on the size. This fruit is something very similar. It's seedless. It's damn bloody tasty. It is so good. It's so juicy. For, let's say, for 50 grams of each fruit, I can easily get at least 20-30 grams of juice out of this. It's so filled with remarkable fruit. So, but I don't think this is a natural fruit. As in, I don't think this is, well, yesterday I was making those small baby corn, right? And in my mind, I'm thinking, back in the day, originally, the baby corn is this much. That they made it this much. And now they made it back again small. Funny people my humans are, aren't we? We have a strange new way of looking at our... they have face recognition. I forgot to tell you, bees have face recognition, facial recognition. Something AI is struggling with today. Phenomenal. It is better than monkeys. You see monkeys, they all look alike, right? But not to them. Crazy, na? Man, I'm telling you, we humans are so way behind when it comes to our abilities, because we are not in touch with our own selves. That's the only reason why. It's not that we have a small brain. It's not that we have poor senses. It's not that our memories are thwarted in any way. Everything is good. It's probably our education. What do you say? I think education has a big. Education is not just what you study in school, isn't it? It's also what you experience when you are with people you love. What they tell you. Facial recognition, yeah, man. It's already happening. It's not something which is not being done. It's already being done on your phone. Google is already doing it. They've been doing this for a long time. It's not new. Well, listen. If I can steal your data and make sure you don't come to know our man, what a fruit. If I can steal your data and you don't come to know about it, you getting what I'm saying? A certain level of ethical value, it has to grow inside you as an individual before you begin to treat humans as a source of revenue. Some of these people are the most hated in the world, aren't they? There's a reason why these people are being hated, because they're not doing things which should be done. Maybe you should take permission. Oh well, we did ask you to click on a button. Hey, listen, there were like 5,000 scrolls on that terms and conditions document. It was not in print. I can't even send it to my lawyer, and I don't even know if you'll change the text tomorrow. Well, yeah, it is unfortunate, but that's how it is. I come from this industry. I'm not trying to say that they are cheats. I'm trying to say when humans get a chance to cheat, they don't back down. They usually don't. We are a strange animal that way. That's because we have come so far away from our core needs, right? We have started to think about going to occupying Mars. I think let's just get out of gravity. What do you think, Brian? Do you think we have traveled to the moon? I'm sure you have an opinion about it, man. It's not possible. Everybody has an opinion about it. They're not confident enough to defend it, which is fair, I understand. But do you think we've been to the moon? And you can openly say no, because I don't think we've been to the moon. In fact, I believe we've not. You know about this recent new competition prize money? I think $5 million is the prize money that NASA is going to give you if you can figure out a way to go and clean the poop that's left behind on the moon. I'm not making this up. It's an official statement, official competition going on in the world. I guess 5 million is what they'll award you. Now I don't know what they'll award you. They have no more money left. That's what they're saying. Which again brings me back to the base principle. If you have to travel, why don't you want to travel? Yeah, it's too expensive. Really? The combined net worth of these people crosses well over 10 trips to the moon. And Cyrus just went there, didn't she? She could have gone all the way. Just a few more hours. I know, controversial, very controversial. NASA's stories are remarkable. I can talk about this all day. I don't want to, but it was a big hit to me as a kid when I got to see some doubt in my mind. Good. I'm happy to hear that you say that you've got a doubt in your mind. Let me remove that doubt. Humans don't go where they have not sent a chimp before. 17 missions that were sent by Apollo. 17 missions. I think 11 of them managed to get out of the atmosphere. 6 of them failed. Some shit like that. Now here's something really crazy. Humans, out of 5 parts of air, 4 parts are nitrogen. Almost 80% of what we breathe is nitrogen. And no nitrogen went to the moon. The NASA guys forgot to update this on their payload records, how much of nitrogen they're sending. This is just the tip of the iceberg, man. There are tons and tons of things that you can just, and forget the flag moving and the shadows and all that. The correct way, there's a guy called Ralph Rene, R-E-N-E. He's written a book called How NASA Mooned America. You must read it. For everybody who has a doubt, you must read this book. Because he's spent time mathematically computing and calculating why going to the moon is really not possible. The trajectory and it's pretty cool, man. It might have been the USA is a Cold War power show. Oh yeah, yeah. That of course it is a power flow. Actually, what happened was, so NASA is a privately run company. Since you've asked, it's a privately run company that promised bootlegger's son. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to take names. They promised this guy, listen, we'll put a guy on the moon, and he went around proudly saying, we'll put a guy on the moon. When he said we're going to put a guy on the moon, they were not ready to put a guy on the moon. But the Russian cosmonauts were already sending people outside Earth's gravitational pull. There was pressure. And that pressure landed into this kind of a, nobody thought internet is going to really kick off and there will be this massive library of videos. People will be able to use phones. Data can be stolen. All of these things never came about, right? So the world was happy. For almost 30, 40, 50 years, they've managed to hold on to this so-called fact that humans have landed on the moon. Well, it's unfortunate. Here's how I look at it. It's an opportunity. That's how I look at it. I'm not trying to prove NASA right and wrong. Disneyland is all around us. Everybody is a Disneyland. But I think what's important is that there is an opportunity. How we treat it. You know, India is big on space travel. Let me tell you, there are a bunch of crazy kids and boys and girls that are putting together phenomenal tech. In the next couple of years, you'll hear about this privately funded stuff that's going outside Earth's gravitational pull. We have an organization called ISRO, ISRO, that kind of is supposed to take charge of, well, we've done well. That's what we've been telling the world. We've got some good, crazy stuff that we've been sending. We've gone to the Mars planet. We've not sent humans yet. Well, yeah, one of our guys went, yeah. Oh, there's this new fellow. It's a story that needs to be told to the world. Everybody needs to buy into it, yeah, right? You saw he came out of a chute, like a baby, out the birth canal. You saw that? Did you see that? He was shot out of because that's what docked into Earth, and then he came out of that space pod. I'm sorry. I can only apologize, but yeah, well, it's not a dream that cannot be done, but yeah, it's a dream that was not done. And that's the reason why nobody else has been there. The Chinese haven't been there, and they've been everywhere. Maybe they can't see well, that's why. Ouch! My sister studied in China, and you know, her Chinese friends used to tell her, all you Indians look alike. They'd be like, maybe open your eyes a bit more. Because I don't think Indians look alike, do they? But I have heard this from a couple of other people though. Indians do tend to look alike. Do you think Indians look alike? You told me you know an Indian, don't you? Supposedly methods they use to do it are lost to time. Also watch the first press conference without, I've seen that, man. How this guy shakes, no? Hey, man, it's all right, man. I don't want anybody to feel bad about it. I think it's okay. Everybody's been lying. I mean, they lied about the Titanic, for God's sake. So this is no big deal. This is not that bad. But I think it's all right. Everybody has a reason to do what they do. They had a reason to do what they did. And it's fair. Let them live with it. But the fact is that the opportunity now exists. Now that's the open question. Who's going to go to the moon next? Is there a moon to go to? You've seen this, right? The moon and the sun, they about look the same size. It's like one lamp, one bulb. No, the argument that has been given to us is that it's this equal distance thing. Very convenient, I would say. I mean, that's the only way I would help. Have you seen this movie where this guy he opens a cabinet or something and there are little dwarf animals living inside his cabinet? That's Mission Impossible, isn't it? What movie is that, man? They're aliens, but they're living in a cabinet, on a railway station, on an airplane. I forget where those guys are living. So, where do you think they get these inspirations from? Why do you think Los Angeles is the most sought after land in the world? Well, not anymore. Those shippies that have landed up in the Black Sea. They're making quite a noise. The last time they did this, it wasn't that big a deal. They've been deported to Turkey, is what I heard. The people in Turkey are like, damn, why are we involved? It will be like an open thing, you know. Who wants them? Who wants them? You want them? Do you want them? Do you want them? Please keep them. Who are these? We don't know who these are. They just showed up here on a boat. We can't kill them because we're busy killing other people. So, also the moon rotates at the perfect speed to all of us. Yeah, it's called a geostationary lock. You're right. Only one side of the moon is facing Earth all the time. The moon is the funniest thing out there. And so many people say, you know, the moon inspires them. It's the night that inspires them. They'll stay awake because they feel that inspiration strikes them in the night. And then there are some who say that they can't stay awake in the night. They want to get up early morning and they want to see the sun rise because that's where the inspiration comes from. The sun and the moon are literally the stories. They are in all stories. Every mythology, every culture's mythology has stories. They are both used for measurements. I'm trying to say that perhaps they're the same. It's the same bulb. My producer are all shouting from here and saying, no! These conspiracies usually, that's the reason why they have no hair. My producers have all lost their hair. That's the price to pay if you're living with me. You will lose your hair. Alright, so all the chopping is done. It's delish, let me tell you. The kiwi is tasting so good. Let's get started. So this is your brag, man. Look how much I've finished it off already. Okay, so you probably don't know this. Brag, this apple cider with this thing called kakvi. Now, when you're in India next, or I don't know how maybe I can send this to you. These guys do make it and send it abroad, but I don't know if it is possible. Get this product. I'll send it to you. Just look at this. It's a company called Two Brothers, all right? So, kakvi is written in the bottom. Can you see Kaakvi? But liquid jaggery. You look for this product. I think they do ship it to America. Try it out. So this is a sugarcane juice that's been cooked. It's got a beautiful taste. Bonus, man. It's like halfway there when it comes to beer. This is some, what is this? Tell me what is this? What kind of balsamic? This is made from that sugar of the grape, right? Some oregano, some salt, kakvi, yeah, you got it, that's it, Kaakvi. Look for liquid jaggery. I'm adding some salt. Now I'm going to add something that makes, you should know this, all right? If you don't know this already, Brian, catch this. Hold on to this. This is top grade. This is called black salt. Okay, I don't know if you've seen this. Have you tried this? It's not. It doesn't taste and smell the same thing as salt. It has that same feeling, but it's black salt. It's a different product altogether. It's a different rock altogether. And this you should use whenever you're making fruits, especially citrus fruits. You will have to try this. Come back to me and tell me how it went. It's a flavor you will never forget. Black salt and citrus fruits. Cool. Black salt and citrus fruits. And I'm going to add some raisins. This is just good measure. All right. And finally, what's the most important? Most important. You know what's the most important? The cayenne. So this is what cayenne butter looks like. This is the base. I know I'm sorry, it doesn't look very appetizing, but this is amazing flavors. Would it be good with watermelon? Oh yeah, you can eat kakvi with everything. It's sugarcane. It's a sugarcane juice. But why would you want to use it with watermelon? Oh, you mean to say black salt? Oh bro, black salt in cold watermelon. Cut your watermelon, keep it cold, sprinkle black salt on it and eat it. No salt, nothing else. You can add a little lemon if you want to, but just sprinkle some black salt on it and eat it and tell me how it went. You will blow your brain. Yes, it is just amazing. The flavors are truly spectacular. All right, this has got chili in it. This has got, look, this has got basil leaves in it. It's got kakvi in it. It's got some apple cider in it. And now this will be, I'm going to add the cayenne oil to this. It's actually not oil, you know, these are fats. It's, and I don't know if you can see it, the sediments of the seeds, they carry so much of flavor, so much of bulk. That's the interesting part. Now all of this gets mixed. I will add the kiwi to this. I want to coat the kiwi in this nicely, right? And then this will all go into the controversial tangerine mandarin. It's obviously it's an orange fruit, but I don't know what is it exactly called. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. I have written to its parents. I hope to get some genealogy chart, some science-based stuff so that nobody can argue. That's how science works, right? Make sure I can't argue. How do you do this? LHS equal to RHS. Yeah, well, okay, now what? No, now next question. Go on to the next question. You solved. Problem done. Move on. Hey, but I've got some feelings about the last question. You're on a time. Because this test, marks of this test, that's what's going to decide how well you understood the subject. It doesn't matter if you can apply it. It doesn't matter if you really understood it. You know, I was thinking, I'll tell you something really contrasting. These Vikings, they have braved oceans, frozen oceans, for months at sea. How did they do it? They can't light a fire. You thought about what I'm saying? How do they stay warm? So I saw a couple of things, and I'm not sure if that's historically accurate or not. I like to believe it is. Nobody really goes out making such stories unless they're working in Hollywood. Well, jokes apart, I'm trying to say it's remarkable how many things have not been told to us. Just look at the colors, man. Just see this. This is smelling so good, looking so good, and I can bet this is going to taste pretty good. Let's see. Amazing. The basil, the chili. Let me get my upgrade from my producers. I'm sorry, but I've been told not to indulge in this. But this is so tasty, man. If you, Brian, do me a favor. Get your hands on some hemp seed oil, some fresh hemp seed oil, all right? Try using it in a salad or something and tell me how it goes. I have a customer who bought this from me. She lives in the States now, so she doesn't get this anymore. But when she was in India, she met me in the market once, and she took a taste of cayenne and she said, Sabir, this is not hemp seed oil. I'm like, what are you saying? She's like, no, this doesn't taste like what I eat in the States. Now, here's my argument. I think the hemp seed oil that you will get in America, that's Benjamin. The hemp seed oil you will get in America is from a GMO plant. It's a genetically modified plant. So it doesn't have the same flavonoids that you will get from this naturally growing sativa along the hills of the Himalayas. How did they beat? Oh, bro, that you started a whole new conversation. Yeah, man. We should do this again. Let's do this tomorrow with another new salad and another effort. I agree with you. I am still not sure. And I think I have a couple of ideas. I think they used water. I think that's definitely a very good possibility that they floated the rocks up there. But more importantly, bro, why did they make the pyramids? You've heard of Graham Hancock? Yeah. So let me go and enjoy my salad, and I will see you again tomorrow with a brand new story. See you around, bro. Thanks. Bye bye. Mm. Mm-hmm. On point. You must try this. This is, I'm proud of this. This is good. See you around. Bye bye.